services that they deserve.
I would like to sincerely applaud you with the Kanolo College for the noble gesture that you have shown us this morning, and for the noble work that you are doing in our country, especially in the health sector. The wheelchairs are going to benefit us as nurses and all the auxiliary staff who are charged with the responsibility of moving patients around the hospital.
Boitekanelo College explained that their engagement in this particular exercise is to make positive change to the lives of the people, education, as well as healthcare improvement.
Our mission is to inspire and produce professionals that are industry-driven. And when we talk about industry-driven, we can't talk about industry-driven without having a collaboration with healthcare facilities, because these are the people that are on the ground. You are the ones handling people with healthcare problems.
The public, business community, and different stakeholders have been encouraged to take part in partnering with the government in changing lives through improved healthcare system. Paul Puduhudu, PTV News, Lobadze.
Khansi DHMT coordinator Dr. Kibatsabile Mosheti says the Khansi district is highly affected by malnutrition, affecting kids under the age of 5, and they can only manage to fight against malnutrition if different stakeholders can come together to fight against such. Dr. Mosheti said this following a 10-kilometer run against malnutrition and gender-based violence in Tikar. Leseho Mkwesi.
Speaking after the 10-kilometer walk, Dr. Mosheti said that out of 5,000 children under the age of 5 in Khansi district, 10% are affected by malnutrition, something which he says is of great concern.
Majority of our under 5, they are malnourished. National target, their Ministry of Health, Kanayale has 2.9, it used to be 3%. Ronarata go 10% and more, which is so king what the district in the Botswana. Khansi king ngata leader ka malnutrition. Miri democracy dilo dingwe tse no gore ga re di dirisente. Tse dingwe go ne go malapeng. Ra itse gore botsadi ba rona ka bontsi ga bo bereke. O khona go tsena mo lapeng o ithela go sena le haele grocery o cheka gore ngwana o jileng phakela ga go te ngwana o no le teng ngwana o jang ka lunch wa go nwa teng ngwana go jang sa phara teng ba ga itso te ga se dijo tse di ka go tsang ngwana
sengwe se se tshwenyang thata mo ka bolwetse jwa mopamo jo e leng gore bone jaana bo teng bo a tshela ebile bo na le manokonoko a botlhoko mo setšhabeng le mo itsholelong ya lefatshe la Botswana. Bolwetse jo bo dira gore lephata la botsogo le dirise madi a mantsi.
Sandfire Copper Mining Company in Khansi came on board to collectively lend a helping hand by donating the much-needed equipment to Khansi DHMT.
Sandfire has a commitment to collaborate with key stakeholders to identify opportunities for sustainable development and develop partnerships to manage long-term initiatives. Keletso ya rona ke gore re kopane le maphata a harologaneng re be re tsa ditšhono tse di leng teng tse di ka dirang gore re kopanele dithulaganyo tse di tla salang di tsweletse le ha mokoti o fedile.
Stakeholders were asked to come together and help in fighting malnutrition, more especially by donating food, as government alone cannot manage, even though they are doing all in their power to help those in need. Lesego Mokwaisi, BTV News, Dikar.
Maun Police says they are concerned with increasing numbers of road accidents, more especially during holidays. Superintendent Nelson Kilebeti says they wish during these coming holidays is is to have 0 road accidents, emphasizing the importance of seeking divine intervention from God to end road accidents. Superintendent Kilebetsi said this during road safety prayers against the accidents. Khomesego John.
Police statistics reveals that 44 road accidents in Maung have been recorded since the beginning of the year, where 11 people lost their lives, 12 left with fatal injuries, while 35 with minor injuries. Road users have been urged to be cautious at all times and cooperate with one another.
mme gape ne o sa te gore ya ka re tisa bofefo yana o ne go tewa gore yanong re tle go latlhegelwa ke matshelo kana re tle go golagala mo bathong ba ba kgweetsang dikoleng modimo re batla gore a tise mowa wa bogakolodi gore re ba ntse ba kgweetsa yana e be segakolodi se more se re lebelo lo tsamayang ka lone ga se lone
re tsaya gore gongwe ga re ntse re ba charger yana ba dira molato re ntse re hukutsa dikotsi mme re bona hela tsatsi le letsatsi re ntse dipalo di ya go godimo re be re re mme yanong go setseng se se setseng ke gone gore a re ikatumetseng ga pele ga modimo re morere yanong re neela wena taulo.
Pastors from different churches urges the public to continue praying against road accidents. Road users have also been challenged to take responsibility of the road safety by ending new incidents of accidents.
There is a difference on how one drives a car when they have responsibilities. Be careful when you want to speed. Be careful when you want to overtake. Some of the people that are driving on these roads, they have no responsibilities. They don't care. They have no one looking up to them.
A re lebelele gore se se re rapela ngogola go to go itha gompieno dikotsi di ntse ya yo mongwe modimo mo leseletsa hela ebe ya go thula ba sa shwa ba sa golagale bo go senyega koloi hata bo tare hey hana se modimo go hanko ke se mme o bo mmotsa re ya nona modimo o sa ye go gone kana ona wa go bata wena wa re.
As this festive season approaches, thousands of tourists and locals are expected to descend in Maung. The police hope is that road users will cooperate with law enforcement agencies to ensure that no accident occurs. Road safety begins with you. Khomesego John, BTV News, Maung.
The Director of Crime Intelligence Bureau Senior Assistant Commissioner Nunuli Setedi says this week the police have arrested more than 30 people in possession and trafficking of illicit drugs in Gaborone and surrounding areas. Senior Commissioner Setedi says the arrests are a result of the ongoing week-long operation by law enforcement agencies in an effort to curb the flow of illicit drugs. Wabitwi Mpulubusi.
The rapid increase of drug trafficking in Botswana is becoming a great concern as more women are now leading these drug cartels. This middle-aged woman was arrested by undercover agents yesterday after being found in possession of what is suspected to be khat. The joint operation seems to be bearing results as these agencies say they are almost there in arresting the leaders of these cartels.
On average, we are arresting 10 people per day. Who spends our ditagisa rona di dintsi mme kana ditagise bontsi ya tsone ke bua hela gore ga di dirui kana ga di lemiwi kana di manufacture mo Botswana di tswa ko mahatsheng a mangwe a bapile le rona bontsi ya tsone jaanong gona le mekgwa e leng gore ba ditisa ka yone bangwe ke ba leng gore ba ha go romile ditraka gore di go tsa dithoto tse tshedisang batho ka kwana ha di boa kwa di tshotse dilwana tseo ba tsenya ha gare ga dilwana tseo ba tsenya tsone ditagitswa go nna jalo be le gore ba truck driver ba duelwa sengwe
ka gore ja ka se tsobuile tumelo le boamaru ja kgang ke gore ditagi di dintsi thata mo bananeng mme ano re na le tumelo ya gore ha re ka kganela tiriso ya ditagi mo bananeng go ra gore tota re tabe re kgonne gore kokomane e tang re be re kgonne go e boloka. Our intention is really to save the next generation most importantly.
Even though these agents are making significant strides to arrest suspects, delay in prosecuting and bringing the suspects to justice remains a stumbling block as these same suspects become repeat offenders.
It's a recipe to encourage people to continue. Kana go tswelela ba ntse ba dira ka gore ba itse gore la a tshwere wa go tsaya malatsi a le kae because molao wa rona o re ha gongwe 48 hours detention. After detention you go to court we le gore kgantele o hella o hilwe bail a ba boa tswelela gape jaanong ke gone mo reng tota hela ke gore maikeelelo le maikemisetso a mapodisi go tshwara batho is to bring these people before justice. And justice must be seen to be...
Senior Assistant Commissioner Lesetedi says there is need for the country to benchmark and learn best practices in neighboring countries to expedite cases, as this will help in curbing this drug challenge. Wa Betsui Mprebusi, BTV News, Gaborone.
You're watching BTV News and thank you for staying with us. Now moving on, the Minister of Finance, Ms. Peggy Serame, has commended Lentswe La Bomme Association for making an impact in the lives of the community. Speaking at Lentswe La Bomme Association Christmas donation in Tonota recently, Ms. Serame said the organization's mandate resonates well with the societal expectations from women. Abigail Madurobo and Faith Ditete compiled this one.
Ms. Rami noted that women have often been at the forefront of charitable efforts through religious organizations or community groups, highlighting the qualities of love and compassion that they bring. She also emphasized the importance of women's voices in addressing issues like gender-based violence and child abuse, which she said is crucial.
Ba dire sengwe se se ba pileng lese ha ile gore ga se se enne se se gaisanse rotloetsang bomme botlhe ba Botswana gore ba dire yana ba itshwara ka bogaleng ba itse gore mme ke thari ya setšhaba ba itse gore go nna thari ya setšhaba go toa go aga go toa go baakanya mo go senyegileng go tewa lerato go tewa go thusa ba bangwe
Lentswe la bomme le tshwana le team ya bolo go katisa pelo gore e nne pelo e ya bang go tsaya nako ebile go batla le bakgothatsi ba ba tshwanang le wena yo o itseng tsa madi ka gore gantsinyana ga modimo a re abela a re ga madi a tala ka dipata re lwa le maikutlo re akanya gore ke a rona mme ntswa e le mpho ya modimo a batlang gore e arogane le ba gagwe ba ba thokileng
le dirile tiro e tona thata bomme ba Lentswe la rutusa ra ne re bona batho ba tla gone mme ba leleditswe ke lona ga se gore tiro ya lona hela ke go thusa le gone gore re bolelaleditse batho ba tshwanang mme Maserame yana rona mo Tonota re tsela le tiro e tona thata.
Lentswe La Bomme Association faces some challenges such as lack of training center to undertake their multiple projects to uplift their standards of living.
Re na le maikaelelo mma rona ga re na diphuka ebile ga re na boroko ke dilo di le pedi tse re se nang natso ga re ne re na le boroko re ka bo re go kopa gore ha o tswa ha
Back in the days, a child belonged to the community. As such, Ms. Serame urged that the spirit must be revived in order to mold children into responsible adults. The minister also donated blankets and sanitary pads to Lentswe La Bomme Association. The association further extended a helping hand by donating food hampers and clothes to the less privileged and elderly people. Faithy DTT, BTV News, Tonota.
Youth Awareness Society, in partnership with different institutions, came together to craft solutions to causes of gender-based violence in Botswana. This initiative, which was honored by Minister of Labour and Home Affairs Ms. Anna Mokgethi, entailed a 3-day ongoing training period meant to sensitize the youth on gender-based violence. Refilwe Mutube.
Realizing that lack of knowledge is the main cause of gender-based violence, Youth Awareness Society intends to offer free training on small-scale income-generating projects in an effort to make young men and women less vulnerable to financial favors in exchange for sex.
How do you emulate what your parents are doing? Because that is how you are being socialized in the home. How many of us have observed violence being perpetrated in our family homes? Is it not therefore surprising that we end up being perpetrators of violence, or we allow violence to be perpetrated on us?
This trip not only refined my understanding of the different perspectives and ideas of Americans, but also the different opinions of fellow Africans. I learned that the environment you are brought up in plays a major role in the ideas you develop and adopt as an adult.
Minister Mokgethi has also encouraged the youth to be open enough to discuss issues affecting their mental well-being so as to avoid being abused or exploited.
You know, a slap to your face by your partner, sometimes you say, but this is how he shows that he loves me. And a lot of people, unfortunately, don't realize or regard that as a form of GBV. They do regard it as love, right? As well as financial abuse, we do sensitize our caregivers and parents on these matters so that they get to know and understand and make better and informed decisions about their lives and their safety.
If you volunteer, you teach yourself the one thing many people will not impact on you, and that is your soft skill. It is your unique self. It is learning who you are and investing in who you are.
This program, which is also facilitated by the U.S. Embassy in Botswana, gave youth of Botswana the opportunity to represent Botswana at the Pan-African Youth Leadership Program in Atlanta and Seattle, with the aim of spreading messages relating to gender-based violence. Refilwe Mutube, BTV News, Gaborone.
The Africa Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, donated cold chain equipment to the Ministry of Health. Through its Saving Lives and Livelihood program that emerged after the outbreak of COVID-19, CDC aims to support its member states, Botswana included, by strengthening healthcare systems to enhance disease preparedness and timely response. This is seen to be in line with government's mandate to bring healthcare closer to rural communities. Yangema Lemoyo, Pule Makhosa, and Tolofelo Chepete compiled this one.
The Africa Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, through its Saving Lives and Livelihood program that emerged after the outbreak of COVID-19, aims to support its member state, with Botswana inclusive, through strengthening healthcare systems to enhance disease preparedness and timely response. As such, this cold chain equipment donation will help the government of Botswana to bring advanced healthcare services closer to rural areas.
Having just emerged from COVID-19, where our health system was challenged and in some parts found lacking, Botswana is very grateful for the collaboration we have with Africa CDC. This initiative contributed significantly to the vaccination coverage, where the health system was overwhelmed and fatigued from prolonged response activities. It ensures that vaccines that are given to population maintain good quality and keep the population in good health.
It is part of Africa CDC's strategic plan 2023 to 2027 to support member states in strengthening supply chain capabilities, as well as to build member states' capacities in supply chain management, including procurement, distribution, and of course the quality that comes with this need. Therefore, through the Saving Lives and Livelihoods program, which is in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation, Africa CDC has procured cold chain equipment for member states as part of joint efforts with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF.
UNICEF, as a partner, ensured that the equipment, which comprise of different sets of cold chain equipment, is of high quality and delivered in a timely manner.
So in particular, the equipment that has been delivered, it is the procurement of 55 cold boxes 10 vaccine carriers, 10 ice packs, freeze cold chain equipment, 5 electrical ice-lined refrigerators, 5 cold boxes, and 2 diesel engine generators. The great value add of this equipment is that it'll help in those districts where we know there was a cold chain for equipment shortfall.
The initiative has over the years contributed significantly to vaccination coverage system, which reached populations, and those who could not leave their houses to vaccination sites were not left behind. And this milestone is expected to continue. Yenge Malimoyo, BTV News, Gaborone.
Well, that is the news this hour. Do stay with us, and Tebogang Sebetlela on standby to take you through the world of sport.
Thank you very much, Ulibile Samoka. Now in context, the sports news follows with me, Tebogang Sebetlela. In an eventful Gaborone derby held at National Stadium yesterday, Township Rollers walloped Gaborone United by 2-1 to claim 3 points and remain at the top of Botswana Premier League log standings with 23 points. Popa's goals came through Sogolame Boy on the second minute of the game before Mutusi Johnson's own goal in the 59th minute, while Moyaholele's goal came through Tataone Kamanyane in the 4th minute of the match. Let's take a look at the match highlights.
Se too longer ubonyo maome martere mone two pula mo sekutong ka loto la moja phego ntse ya hoka mo naitso a re bona ka loto la moja ba se tshopheletsa se batla dithogo se mela o tsitse o thuno tsitse o shibirile se diragetse ra la nkutsana se gola boy kopela ampe se sheika ba ilo a tshopheletsa batla dithogo mo thunotsi ga o motogele ga o molese o shibirile Kamanyane ke tlhalositse ka re ke tjonke mone tjonke ha nkgota ke a go iphotela ke seo
o batla go dira eng because o le here ya ka nne o bua wena Souza wa re gongwe ga yo mo mmetšheng o le fesa dino bo bona thaselo e machine
a re wa re tsoa ba tikela kgwele thula motho bona batho ba inutsitse e thabela ka lerumo bompeng o thuse Johnson ke tsamaye Charlotte ke re tho
Yeah, well, I thought today was an evening where we played in patches. We were sloppy, more retention in our ball, and we also in front of goal we created opportunities as normal. We are a team that creates chances, and today we didn't take them as we normally do, and also that we were unlucky in other moments where balls were cleared off the line and so on and so forth. It's the name of this game, and we can only go back and work on things again.
Yeah. No, I'm happy for 3 points, but apart from 3 points, thank you to the boys. The energy level, they showed character, they fought, and what we planned for, it happened. They showed that they are men, not boys. What I can tell you is that Rollers is on a rebuilding process, but the quality of players that are here, at a point, the time they gel, the time they are going to win lots of games so easy. We have been winning, but people were saying second half we are not playing what. It's here I think I told them at halftime that I'm still not going to coach you. Go outside there and make us good coaches.
Bujiri Center Chiefs secured a hard-fought 1-0 victory over log leaders joining youngsters in a First Division South game played yesterday. Captain Rofone Molapi's first half goal ensured that the Katlang outfit moved up 4th in the log standings. Kagiso Mlelekwa and Naone Sehedi.
Makhosi started the game on a high tempo, knocking on Thomas Manyelela's goal time and again. The youngsters' defensive trio of Isaac Paye, Abednego Mutsipi and Kago Ketlogele, however, remained defiant to deny the Katlang Giants a scoring opportunity. Their resilience did not last long as Makhosi got the opening goal 34 minutes into the first half through their captain, Rofane Molapi, who took advantage of a defensive mix-up by the youngsters' rear guard. Molapi's goal took the game into the halftime break with Makhosi leading 1-0. Coming back from the halftime break, both teams continued with their impressive display, but to no avail as both teams appeared watertight defensively. In the end, it was Magosi who marched home with the crucial 3 points and a goal.
Hara tshameka our usual play if flow game ne ya ka haleka ha bolo sa kgone go tshwarega, but sometimes ha o batla go compete ke go grind the points ha go le thata yana you show o super character ya gago o grind the points re grindile we didn't play I still tshameka connected the way our usual player e DNA ya center chiefs e padile gompieno, but at least 3 points in the back and I'm happy.
I'm very disappointed. I mean, look at this. When officials start deciding games, we have a problem. That is why our football is not growing. It's because we allow those that are not in a good place to win because of bad officiating. I'm very disappointed. But it's water under the bridge. Let's move on. But besides that, my boys played very well. Although we gave away a goal, but we could have came back into the game. It's just that we were too much in a hurry today to execute the final product. But I think going forward, we'll work on it.
In another First Division South League played yesterday, former Premier League Giants Extension Gunners walloped another former Premier League campaigners, Prisons 11, by 4-0 in Lobatse. Khobana Nesehedi, BTV Sport, Muchudi.
11 Angels and Orapa United played to a goalless draw in a Botswana Premier League game played at Francistown this afternoon. Lekhamu Bananyana's fourth draw of the season leaves them perched on the 10th spot on the log standings with 10 points. The Ostriches, on the other hand, who were also registering their fourth draw of the season, are ninth on the table with 13 points.
Yeah, I think today we needed somewhere to start from. We have not been doing well past 2 games, losing back-to-back matches and conceding 7. I will get a lot of encouragement from not having conceded in the last 2 games. We managed to score 3 today. We went home empty-handed, so that's worrisome, considering that we had them on the back foot for the greater part of the game. But if you heard me right, we needed somewhere to start from. Let's hope this is the start of our revival.
I thought first half it was a pretty even game. And then second half, both teams had chances. Both teams have had chances. We played against the wind in the second half. It allowed them to come up more on our third half. But that also allowed us to make those counters. And then I thought we could have scored 2 or 3 goals easily there with our 3 counter attacks, 1-on-1 with the defender, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, but we couldn't, we lacked the final edge.
In other league games played yesterday, Jwaneng Galaxy defeated Masitaoka 2-1 in Jwaneng. In Selebe Pikwe, Security Systems beat Nico United 3-2, while Holy Ghost and Matebele FC played to a goalless draw. Now, Botswana Football Association National Referees Committee has taken disciplinary action against the 3 match officials, Sapo Goba, Tataona Ramataka and Solomon Toitoi, suspending them for 2 months, equivalent to 8 matches.
Botswana Football Association said in an official statement that Goba and Ramataka have been held accountable for incorrectly awarding Holy Ghost a goal during a league match against Police 11 on the 31st of October this year. Holy Ghost eventually secured a 2-1 victory. The decision to award Holy Ghost a goal has substantially impacted on the final result and, in accordance with the rules, could not be overturned. Mr. Goba has issued a written apology attributing the arena's decision to optimal positioning. Toitoi, on the other hand, is implicated in wrongly awarding Township Rollers a penalty during their 3-2 victory over Matebele FC at the National Stadium on the 26th of last month. The BFA additionally announces that upon completing their suspensions, the trio will be relegated to lower leagues. The National Referees Committee has further decreed that upon conclusion of their suspensions, the match officials will undergo a rehabilitation program. Subsequently, they will resume their duties in lower leagues, where their progress will closely be monitored by experienced instructors and assessors. Tlamelo Montswisi, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
From In Context, the sports desk, that was all I had for you this hour until we meet again later in the day with our Stona Bulletin. For now, thank you for staying with us and good afternoon.
The main objective of why we are here this morning is to capacitate you, the SMME sector, and for government to also learn from you, so that as we continue to do policy